This week we're going to be talking about some Arctic animals, and you just watched a video about polar bears. So what do you remember about what they said regarding the polar bears? Do you remember any fun facts? Let's see. They're a winter animal. They live in the Arctic at the top of the earth where it's really, really cold. They are covered in 10 centimeters of blubber. Why do you think they're covered in 10 centimeters of blubber? So this much blubber. They're also the largest carnivore on land. So that means they're meat eaters, right? They're excellent swimmers. And their fur, is it white? Do you remember what they said about their fur? It's actually not white. It's colorless. But the fur is reflecting the light back to us, so it looks white. So today we're actually going to pretend that it's actually white, and we're going to make a craft. We're going to make a polar bear face. So all you really need is a piece of paper, and I have some grays and blacks and white here, just scrap pieces of paper. And I have a little paper plate here that's the shape of a circle. And I'm actually going to, you need white paint and a fork. Yes, Mrs. Mann said a fork. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to trace this circle plate. There you go. We're just making the head. So I'm going to use that same plate for the paint. And this is where the fork comes in. So we're going to make our fur with the fork. That's right, fur with the fork. So you can dip it in, and we're going to make sure that we cover in the whole center. When you get to that black line, it's okay if you go over it a bit, because fur's not perfectly straight. But I'm just going to go around the edge, you can see, of that black line. So it's kind of like a guide. So here we go. You know, it's kind of neat to paint with something other than a paintbrush all the time. And you know what? This really does look like fur. Kind of fun. I'm going to turn my page, keep turning my page. And this will use quite a bit of paint, actually. I'm going to put a bit more paint on here. Because I want to make sure I cover in the middle, because that's where we're going to add our details. Maybe you can do whatever you want. I'm going to spread it around in the inside because I know I can. How fun. There, it looks like I have pretty much covered in. But it's missing a few details. So we know that polar bears have 2 ears. They have a little nose and a mouth, and they have 2 eyes. So I'm going to make my ears. I'm actually going to fold it in half so I can make 2 ears at the same time. Now, if you want, you can make a picture of them first so you have a guide. So 2 little ears. I'm going to make 2, use my white, I'm going to make 2 smaller than that, just so it looks like the inside of their ear. Now you can make your ears whatever way you want. And I'm going to make 2 eyes. I'm going to make them circles. And then I'm going to make a circle that I'm going to put the nose and the mouth on. I'm going to draw a circle. And I should wait till it dries, but I'm just going to show you it. So there is my polar bear face, the little ears. There you go, with a fork. So stay tuned, because tomorrow we are going to be doing more fun things with the polar bear. And we're going to be listening to a book, Polar Bear, What Do You Hear? So we'll see you back here tomorrow, boys and girls.